Hello guys, welcome back. COVID-19 restrictions are easing around the world, so this is good. So we're back into contact training. So we're gonna put aside, our washing sticks for a while, and then going back to our hope that you all guys are keeping yourself health and safety, and then your life is getting back into normality. I got Michael assisting me today, and we're gonna be talking about an important or key part or Systema striking, which is the stealthness. So I see hundreds of videos of people explaining the Systema strikes, but they fall into the technicalities of the strike itself, which I plan to address as well, but in a separate video. But the most important part, or the most important key, which is actually what gives an edge to Systema punches over any other way of striking or punching, is the stealthness. The analogy that I use with this is that of air combat or fighting airplanes. In all technologies, now we had airplanes that were picked up by the radar. Now, so these airplanes are flying over enemy territory, and they pop up in the radars like Christmas trees, so the enemy forces can try to engage them with land-to-air missiles, try to shoot them down. So that's how stealth technology was born, is to increase efficiency on air strikes, so the airplanes can go and fly to enemy territory undetected, destroy the targets, and then fly back home in one piece. Now, also save not only the equipment but also life. The life of the pilot. It's likely that they're going to be shot down. So the Systema strikes has the same abilities. They are stealth, and the reason for that is that we want a maximum success rate on our punches. So when traditional ways of strikes are very visual, very visible, and this allows for the recipients of those strikes to dodge them or block them. So when we use spiral motions, as I explained on one of my knife drills videos, we want to deceive the brain on what is going on. So the spirals that comes from the whips are harder for the brain to recognize. So by the time that the person or the recipient of those strikes realize that it's getting hit, it's already too late. So the strikes lands on the target. The other is the whip motion. The whip motion it allows for more relaxed and natural and effortless ways of striking. So traditional ways of striking are very hard on the body, so you have to burn a lot of energy, a lot of pressure that makes you get tired quicker. When you strike in a relaxed whipping motion, you burn less calories, or you get tired not that quick. The other reason of the whip is that the whip is the one item or man-made product of creation that broke the speed of sound for the first time. Right. So when you hear the crack of a whip, that is the sound of the sound barrier getting broken, or the sound boom. So that gives a Systema whipping way of striking more power. Okay. So how does that work? So I'm going to have Michael to hit me on a slow motion, and I'll be also responding in slow motion. So like in a traditional way, and we now deliver a strike in a whipping motion. So those strikes are going to be coming either, you can either stick your elbow out like chicken wing and then deliver in the fist. The other option is coming close to the body, down, and then delivering the elbow up. So that is when your initial strikes. Okay, but once you're engaged, it's okay to have your hand here in a defensive way, but you can also deliver from there your whipping strikes, whipping motion. Okay, how's that the whip happens? The whip is initiated from the core of the body, from the hip, move all the way to the shoulder, into the elbow, into the fist, being the fist, the tip of your whip that is hitting the target. Okay. The other reason that we discuss in Systema is the timing. So as you can see in all the martial arts, they talk about the beat. You know, 1 beat, half a beat. In Systema, our strike has pretty much 0 beat. So can't get it more efficient than that. Okay. Why that I mean with a 0 beat is that my opponent initiate attack. So I am in a reactive way. Ideally, you want to go preemptive, that gives you a tactical advantage, but that is not always the case. And also from the low point of view, you might be seen as the person who initiated the aggression. So I'm working in a reactive ways, in a defensive way. So Michael initiated the attack, and I'm using my own strikes to protect myself from that strike. So that is the whip into motion. Okay, so I'm delivering the whip here. So when that punch is coming at me, I initiate removing the intended target out of the way. So the head of the intended target initiate the movement. I deliver my whip. My whip is deflecting his strike, and I'm hitting my target at the end of the whipping motion. Okay, this is 0 beat. Okay, if I use the same hand, coming from here. If I use the opposite hand, coming from here. Using the same side from the inside. Okay, my whip is initiated from here, and I go straight into my target. Okay. The other advantage of the Systema way of striking is that I can manipulate that whip at the end without having to retrieve my fist to attack again or strike again. When my hand is already there, I can perform multiple strikes, okay, without having to. The analogy with the aircraft, in this case, is that when the airplane flies into enemy airspace, can attack and destroy multiple targets on the ground before it turns around and goes back to base. They don't go and fly into enemy territory, destroy only one target, come out of enemy space, back to base, come back in, destroy another target, come back, and that is what you see on this. You know? These beats that can also be picked up by other seasoned fighter and get you on that beat. And here you are striking, you're bringing your airplane back to base, then fly into enemy territory again to destroy another target, back into base, into enemy territory to destroy a target, back into base when you can go and it stays there. So the analogy there will be here, here, here. So my hand is already there and I can strike multiple targets when I'm already still over enemy territory. Okay? Again, Michael. Boom, 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 boom. Okay? Again. 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 You alright?
Yeah, I'm good.
Thank you, Michael. You'll have the chance to strike me back. Okay. Hope that clarifies a lot of the stealthness on the Systema strike. So we'll be making more videos, probably a second part of this one, explaining how the positioning and how entering into defensive mode for law enforcement, and the enforcement for this when you're carrying your duty bail and you're getting extreme close quarters with your opponent, how you can protect your gear as you are striking. Okay. Thank you. I'll see you on the next video. Thank you, Michael, again for helping me today, and we will see you next time. Bye-bye.